Something that I've been asked a lot is how I managed to make it through school, through college and grad school, while keeping up with fitness and life outside of the gym, like work and family. And I would say I don't know how people make it without it. So if I could go back in time, I think it would have been smarter for me to focus more on other extracurricular academic related things and career related things more, and less time doing posing practice and pumping iron. But I also know that my former self back then would have probably done the same thing over again. And I also wonder how people have made it through life without having something that they can go to every day for meditation. For me, working out is more of a meditative practice than anything. And I would say that being in school put me in a great position to progress in fitness and getting stronger and staying healthy than anything else would have. Because while you're a student, you have a good control over your schedule. You know what to expect, what weeks will have a higher academic load and what weeks will be more chill, and you can plan your training around that. And you know when your exams will be, you know what times your classes are, and you can really schedule your feeding schedule and your workouts around that. And I found that to be really, really beneficial. I've been transitioning into working the last couple of months. I got licensed this year a couple months ago, and pretty soon after I got a full-time job, and the transition process has been about what I would have expected. It hasn't been super duper easy, but it's also been manageable. And I have had a good idea for what to expect because it's very similar to what I've been doing during my internships and my rotations for the last couple of years. So there's not much surprise there, but I would say that the transition process is still something that is a little bit hard for me. And I would say working full-time has more unpredictable factors, such as some days I don't know how long my shifts will be, if someone ends up calling in sick and I have to stay longer, or if I have to come back earlier the next day and I didn't have a heads up before that, or maybe sometimes the commute is way longer than anticipated, and just trying to fit in sleeping and training and eating around that is a lot more challenging. But I'm also trying to focus on the good things. So the days with the good training sessions, I try to remember what was it about the day before or the week before leading up to it that produced a great result, so I could try to duplicate that. And as someone who is starting in a new part of their career path, I'm also encountering areas of learning, so opportunities of learning. So sometimes I'll realize that I've been taking the long route into doing something, and there's a shorter and more efficient way to do that. And so I take those opportunities to learn. And I'm trying not to beat myself up over not knowing those things earlier. And same thing as I'm trying to not beat myself up over not having great training days sometimes. And it's really an adjustment period. But to the people who are still in the academic portions of their lives, I really think that having the gym, or if it's not the gym, having a triathlon to train for, having a race to train for, having something outside of just work and school really helps to keep you grounded. And being a student is a great opportunity for that. And even when you're working, if you're working and going to school or working after school, there's still ways to keep fitness and keep your hobby in your life. It's just some adjustment and some making time for that and focusing on the things that are going right. So I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Enjoy the end of the year. Enjoy the harvest of all the benefits of all the hard work that you've put into this year. And I'll see you guys next time.